So right now for the start of bottling day, we got some old bottles here. I'm sanitizing them in boiling water to start, just to get the old smell off the bottles and the labels off. Here, you see I have a bunch here. And yeah, once I'm done boiling off all these bottles, I'm gonna sanitize them in cleaner, and then we're gonna start bottling. Now, after boiling off all the bottles and taking all the labels off, we are sanitizing them now, and we're gonna sanitize them in the bucket that we're putting our beer in. So the bucket's gonna be sanitized. So we have the bucket, the bottle sanitized, and then we have our auto siphon that I have already sanitized right over here. And yeah, so once we're done sanitizing, we're gonna start pouring the beer into the bottles and then cap it. So we'll get back to you after that. So now that everything's sanitized and clean, we're gonna start siphoning our beer to our bucket. So we have the siphon hose, all that all set, and then we're gonna siphon it into some cheesecloth and then a sieve, and that's gonna go into the sanitized bucket. And then once that is all sanitized, we're gonna see how much beer we have on the guide on the side of the bucket, and then we're gonna judge that with the amount of sugar. So once we have, say, if we have enough 5 gallons, we're gonna use all 5 ounces of the priming sugar. Mix that in, and then we're gonna fill up the bottles. So once we get all of our beer in here, we'll put in the bottles, and we'll tell you what happens after that.
Fun stuff, guys.
So now we have all of our beer in our fermenting jug, and we just diluted our sugar in 2 cups of water, and we only ended up getting 4.5 gallons of beer. So we're not going to put all 5 ounces of the priming sugar. We'll probably leave a little bit in. So here we go. And we'll probably leave about that much. Actually, not a lot, but yeah. So we left about a half ounce in there, and now we're just going to mix this up to make sure all the sugar gets into our beer. And next step is going to be bottling. So now we're going to be bottling our beer, and we're doing it with this method instead of with the siphon and the wand, just because I believe that this is going to be a lot easier for us with the spout, so we can just turn it on and off. So I'm going to let it slowly go, and then we're going to wait till it gets maybe about halfway up the neck, just so it gets some head, so it leaves some space for the head. But yeah, we're going to wait for that head to sit. But yeah, that's what we're going to do for all of our bottles. And we're going to cap them, and then they're going to sit for about a week or so. So now we're done bottling, and we have 60 beers, so it's a little bit more than 2.5 cases, but we're happy with it. Now we're going to have to wait a little bit to let the sugars activate, and in about a week or so, they'll be ready to drink.